Challenges and limitations of certifications. Certification systems are designed to verify sustainability claims and enable brands and products to be compared. However, their effectiveness depends on how consistently they are applied, monitored, and communicated. Each certification process involves several defined steps: application, documentation, assessment, and ongoing verification. Most certifications are only valid for a certain time period and require recertification to ensure continuous compliance. Unannounced audits play a key role in verifying that workplace and environmental standards are genuinely upheld, rather than just displayed on paper. As explained in Lecture 2.2, there is a wide range of certification schemes, each with its own focus, criteria, and level of recognition. The most appropriate certification for a given product and its target customers must always be considered. Using labels that are unfamiliar or untrusted by the intended audience is almost as ineffective as using no certification at all. Additionally, the scope of many certifications is limited, and they only cover specific production stages, overlooking energy consumption, water management, and social welfare. Certifications are usually expensive, causing difficulties for small and medium-sized enterprises in terms of the associated fees, as well as the effort required for audit preparation and ongoing documentation. Complex supply chains involving multiple subcontractors make verification even more challenging because all the parties involved must meet the relevant criteria. The lack of global harmonisation between certification schemes creates significant barriers to trade in the textile industry. Different regions apply their own standards, criteria, and testing methods, meaning that fabrics and garments certified for the European market may not be recognized in North America or Asia without additional audits and documentation. Consequently, manufacturers often need to obtain several overlapping certifications for the same product, which increases costs, administrative effort, and audit fatigue. Meanwhile, retailers and consumers are faced with a multitude of labels and logos, making direct comparison challenging and reducing the signaling power of individual certifications. Once trust is lost, it is extremely difficult to be rebuilt. The 2017 H&M case, in which media investigations reported the burning of large quantities of unused clothing, illustrates how quickly a brand's sustainability narrative can collapse in the eyes of consumers. When customers feel misled, companies must demonstrate consistent, transparent action over a period of years to regain credibility. The same applies to vague or false sustainability promises. Calling products green or eco-friendly without independent verification and clear evidence undermines trust and fuels accusations of greenwashing. To prevent this, brands should rely on authorized third-party certifications and make their standards transparent. This means that the criteria, methods, and audit procedures must be publicly accessible and understandable for both consumers and suppliers. Open communication about the scope and limitations of certifications is essential, including which parts of the product or supply chain are covered. Regular surveillance audits, unannounced inspections, and digital traceability tools help to ensure that good practice is maintained beyond the initial certification. Involving multiple stakeholders, such as NGOs, worker representatives, and local communities, in the setting and review of standards increases legitimacy and makes it harder for labels driven purely by marketing to survive, thereby narrowing the scope for greenwashing in the textile sector. Textile certifications are challenged by high costs, complex supply chains, a lack of global standards, and the risk of greenwashing. To be effective, they require relevant labels, scalable models for SMEs, transparent criteria, and third-party audits involving unannounced checks. Looking ahead, digital product passports will help to close the transparency and trustworthiness gap across the industry.